I'm going to do the prologue. Prologue.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 youngest people to be nominated for an Oscar.
How you doing, honey?
Good.
Nervous. Yeah, you're gonna do great. I just know it.
For this list, we'll be looking at boys and girls who were nominated for an Academy Award before they were old enough to drive. And just a note that we will be ranking them by age, not by the quality of their nominated performances. What do you think of these young nominees? Let us know in the comments below. Number 10, Haley Joel Osment, 11 years old. It's been said that life is like a box of chocolates, because you never know what you're going to get.
This is my very good friend, Mr. Gump. Here, can you say hi to him?
Hello, Mr. Gump.
Hello?
Haley Joel Osment didn't get an Academy Award nomination for playing Forrest's son in Forrest Gump, but he did pick up one just a few years later. That's right, at the age of 11, Haley Joel earned a Best Supporting Actor nomination for his breakthrough role in The Sixth Sense.
I see dead people.
In your dreams?
The performance would go on to live in pop culture infamy. Unfortunately for Osment, it wasn't destined for Oscar glory as well. The award ended up going to the category's oldest nominee that year, 66-year-old Michael Caine, for his performance in The Cider House Rules.
Good night, you princes of Maine, you kings of New England.
Number 9, Anna Paquin, 11 years old. Imagine being 11 years old and winning an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress. Well, we know one person on the planet that doesn't have to imagine it, because she lived it.
I had no idea, what it was sort of all about or why it was such a big deal. It was just really big and loud and overwhelming, and I was a shy kid from New Zealand, and this was not my world.
Anna Paquin has found plenty of success in TV and film, from True Blood to X-Men, but none of it might ever compare to her acting debut. Yes, that's right. The Piano was 11-year-old Anna Paquin's first ever acting gig.
I would like to see what you can play.
I'd rather not play. I want to listen and learn that way.
Everyone has to practice.
Not only did it get her nominated for an Oscar, it made her a winner. In fact, Paquin became the second youngest Oscar winner ever. Not a bad way to kick off a career.
I guess also kind of gets it out of the way. But no, I can't think of it as being anything other than a blessing.
Number 8, Patty McCormack, 11 years old. In 2018, Lifetime aired the made-for-television movie The Bad Seed, starring and directed by Rob Lowe. The film also featured a special appearance by 73-year-old actress Patty McCormack.
I have seen thousands of kids in my practice, and Emma seems 100% perfectly average. In fact, I told her she reminds me of myself.
What some folks watching might not have known was that this wasn't the first time McCormack appeared in The Bad Seed. As it so happens, the Lifetime movie is a remake of a 1956 film based on the 1954 play, which itself was based on the novel The Bad Seed.
It's a terrible thing to see and remember. I understand how you feel, darling.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't feel any way at all.
McCormack would star in the play on Broadway and go on to reprise her role in the screen adaptation. Then, at the age of 11, earned herself a Supporting Actress Oscar nomination for her role in the film.
You're very good at it.
Do you love me, Mommy?
Oh, yes.
Number 7, Abigail Breslin, 10 years old. Like Haley Joel Osment, Breslin also starred in an M. Night Shyamalan film at a young age, when at 6 years old, she made her first debut in Signs.
There's a monster outside my room. Can I have a glass of water?
However, unlike Osment, that role only got her a Young Artist Award nomination. For Abigail, her trip to the Oscars would come 4 years later on the strength of her inspiring and crowd-pleasing performance as Olive Hoover in Little Miss Sunshine.
I'd like to dedicate this to my grandpa, who showed me these moves.
Oh, that is so sweet. Is he here? Where's your grandpa right now?
In the trunk of our car.
Breslin's Olive had audiences and critics alike dancing along to her tune. The role earned the then 10-year-old a nomination for Best Supporting Actress. However, she ended up losing to a 25-year-old Jennifer Hudson, who made history of her own that night, becoming the youngest African American to win an Oscar. Number 6. Quinn Cummings, 10 years old. Quinn Cummings quit acting in the early 90s and went on to make a name for herself as an author and inventor. You know those hip hugger baby carriers? She invented that. But for the purposes of this list, we need to go all the way back to 1978.
I broke my ass for...
Give me that.
Ass, I've heard the word before. I broke my ass for 12 years in this town and things are finally beginning to break for me.
10-year-old Cummings was nominated for a Best Supporting Actress Oscar for her role in the 1977 film The Goodbye Girl. As Lucy, Cummings turned in a witty and mature performance.
I'm a little old-fashioned. I want your approval.
Me? I'm only 10 years old. I'm not allowed to vote yet.
I like your style, kid. I really do. I'm sorry. I hear you don't like to be called kid.
I'm a kid. It fits.
While she didn't win, her co-star in the movie, Richard Dreyfuss, nabbed the Oscar for Best Actor, becoming, at the time, the youngest man to win said award. He was 30.
You want to hear the reviews Elliot Garfield brings to Kowalski dimensions that even Brando had not investigated?
Number 5. Mary Badham, 10 years old. In 1963, a 16-year-old Patty Duke became, at the time, the youngest person to ever win an Oscar when she took home the Best Supporting Actress award for her portrayal of Helen Keller in The Miracle Worker.
Imitate now. Understand later. End of the first lesson. Oh, you little wretch!
What many people may forget, though, is that Duke wasn't even the youngest nominee in her own category. That honour belonged to 10-year-old Mary Badham, who earned her Supporting Actress nomination for playing Scout in To Kill a Mockingbird.
Hey, Mr. Bose. Don't you say hey to me, you ugly girl. You say good afternoon, Mr. Bose.
Badham took on the hefty challenge of anchoring the adaptation of Harper Lee's seminal novel. 60 years later, her performance stands the test of time.
Well, it would be sort of like shooting a mockingbird, wouldn't it?
She also made Oscar history that year by becoming the youngest nominee in that category at the time. Number 4. Tatum O'Neal, 10 years old. Remember when we said that Anna Paquin was the second youngest Oscar Academy Award winner? Well, at 10 years of age, Tatum O'Neal is the youngest person to ever win an Oscar.
You're too young to smoke. You're gonna set this whole place on fire.
O'Neal took home the Golden Man for her supporting role opposite her father, actor Ryan O'Neal, in the 1973 film Paper Moon.
I look like
You don't look nothing like me. You don't look any more like me than you do that Coney Island. Eat that damn thing, you hear?
We got the same job.
Lots of people got the same job.
It's possible.
No, it ain't possible.
Then I want my $200.
All right.
She also won the Best Foreign Actress Award at the David D. Donatello Awards, which are the Italian Academy Awards. Though she was 10 when her name was called at the Oscar ceremony in 1974, she was only 8 years old when she auditioned for the role, and turned 9 during filming. As if we weren't impressed enough already.
I told you I don't want you riding with me no more.
You still owe me $200.
Number 3. Quvenzhané Wallis, 9 years old. As of the 2021 Academy Awards, Quvenzhané Wallis is still the only person born in the 21st century to be nominated for an acting award by the Academy.
But me and my daddy, we stay right here. We's who the earth is for.
Her nomination came for her amazing performance in the 2012 film Beasts of the Southern Wild. The movie also picked up nominations for Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Adapted Screenplay.
I can count all the times I've been lifted on 2 fingers.
Up until this entry, every nomination on this list had been in the supporting acting categories, while Wallis was nominated for Best Actress. At 9 years old, this made her the youngest nominee the category had ever seen.
I see that I'm a little piece of a big, big universe. And that makes things right.
Number 2, Jackie Cooper, 9 years old. For many filmgoers, he might be best known for playing Perry White, editor-in-chief of the Daily Planet in the original Superman movies.
Not only does he know how to treat his editor-in-chief with the proper respect, not only does he have a snappy, punchy prose style, but he is, in my 40 years in this business, the fastest typist I've ever seen.
However, Jackie Cooper had his name permanently inscribed into the Oscar history books almost 50 years prior. In 1931, a 9-year-old Cooper starred in the film Skippy.
This kid ain't big enough to fight me. We gotta get someone his own weight. What's your weight, kid?
For his performance, he received a Best Actor nomination at the 4th Academy Awards. This made him the first child actor ever nominated for an Oscar. He would remain the youngest ever Oscar nominee for almost 5 decades, until, well, you'll find out when we get to number 1.
Now listen, did I ever get you in any trouble? Sure you did. He can't hurt you. How do you know? 'Cause I can tell by looking at him.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honourable mentions. Haley Steinfeld, 14 years old. She picked up a supporting nomination for her performance in True Grit.
I am to get Tom Chaney, and if you are not game, I will find somebody who is game. All I've heard out of you so far is talk. I know you can drink whiskey and snore and spit and wallow in filth and be mowing your station. The rest has been braggadocio.
Jodie Foster, 14 years old. She couldn't drive a taxi, but she could earn an Oscar nomination.
What makes you so high and mighty? Will you tell me that? Didn't you ever try looking at your own eyeballs in the mirror?
Keisha Castle Hughes, 13 years old. The youngest ever Best Actress nominee until Kavishane Wallace came around.
We can learn, and if the knowledge is given to everyone, then we can have lots of leaders, and soon everyone will be strong.
Saoirse Ronan, 13 years old. She received her first nomination at 13, and her 4th before she turned 26.
What do you think it would feel like to be someone else?
Cooler, I should hope.
I'm worried about the play.
I'm sure it's a masterpiece.
Brandon DeWilde, 11 years old. His supporting nod in 1954 made him the youngest ever Oscar nominee at the time.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Justin Henry, 8 years old. What were you doing when you were 8 years old?
I guess about the same things you do.
Did you watch the Brady Bunch?
No, we didn't have any television.
Didn't?
It's okay if you don't know. Your year definitely wasn't as memorable as Justin Henry's. That's right, at the tender age of 8, Justin Henry became a full-fledged Academy Award nominee. It's an achievement no other actor, or third grader for that matter, could imagine. Henry received his nomination on the strength of his performance as Billy Kramer, the child at the center of the custody dispute in the 1978 film Kramer vs. Kramer.
You're not gonna kiss me tonight anymore, are you, Dad?
No, I won't be able to do that. But, you know, I'll get to visit. It's gonna be okay. Really.
He also picked up supporting actor nominations from the David D. Donatello and Golden Globe Awards. While it's hard to imagine a younger nominee ever dethroning him, this list has proved that nothing is impossible.
Good night.
Sleep tight.
Don't let the bed bugs bite.
See you in the morning light.
Daddy. Yeah. I love you.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.